Onto this now. The South African Post Office is appealing to social grant beneficiaries not to use their branches to access their grants. This is because of a delay in the delivery of cash at several provincial post office branches. We're now joined via Teams by Doctor Bongani Diako, who's spokesperson for Postbank. Mr. Diako, a good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Morning and morning to the viewers at home, Naledi.
Okay, so let's get an update, because we certainly have been watching this challenge unfold over the past few weeks. Where is the post office now in disseminating SASSA grants? I mean, and what's the backlog looking like at this stage?
Okay, let's put it into context. It is Postbank that's paying the SASSA grants, and we want to put it on record, Naledi, that we are having a far much more smoother payment run of the social grants this month. What we have picked up is that in certain places in KZN, the cash arrival in some of the post office, just under 50% of the post office has not arrived on time, but we have since requested the beneficiaries there to use the retailers and ATMs to access their money. I can report that by now all the beneficiaries that traditionally get their money at the post office have already gone to the retailers to get their money. Okay. Throughout the country, we have no issues in relation to the payments in all the provinces across the country. Our system has stabilized and we are experiencing a far much better run.
Okay, but you're mentioning, so I want just some clarity now of why we're asking beneficiaries not to use their branches. Let's talk about why, and we'll talk about where they go soon, but I just want the clarity of what went wrong there. You said the system is stabilizing, and yet you're asking beneficiaries not to go to Postbank or the post office.
So the system is stable because the system that we use in the retailers is our own payment system, and it's the same system that switches via the ATMs. So across the country, Naledi, approximately 5% of the 5.3 million beneficiaries that we pay go to the post office to get the money. The bulk of the beneficiaries, 60% of those use ATMs, and another 35% use the retailers to get the money. So we are asking only in KZN, amongst the 5% that go to the post office, to rather go to the retailers for them to get their money, because the 50% of the post offices in KZN had not really received their cash orders on time, which is something that we have resolved since this morning, because cash is already en route to those branches. But to make sure that the beneficiaries are not inconvenienced, we started communicating with them yesterday to that they should go to the retailers than wait in the post office for the cash to arrive.
Yeah, here's the challenge though, Mr. Diako, because last month when we had that massive backlog of beneficiaries complaining that their money simply had not been paid out to them, these were indigent, poor people that were going to ATMs every day to check if their money had been paid into their account. So this is the question, right? Will they only know when they get to the retailer or the ATM if the money is there?
So totally different scenarios comparing this month and last month. Last month, we really did unfortunately experience a system issue. So this month around, the money is in every beneficiary's account. Today, we are paying the old age grants, and tomorrow it's the disability grants, and the day after is the child grants. So we have processed all the payments files into beneficiaries' accounts, so the money is in the account. What we have then now asked, and specifically to the KZN SASSA beneficiaries that are using the Postbank gold cards, is that instead of them going to the ATMs, we've got several channels that are available for them, amongst those channels being the retailers and the ATMs. So we have, together with SASSA since yesterday, asked them to then go get their money at the retailers instead of going to the post office branches, those 5%, given that some of the branches in the area, unfortunately, their cash deliveries had been impacted.
Okay, so, and I think it's important that we do this, that for clarity and for those beneficiaries that are in KZN that you're speaking directly to, let's give them where the alternatives are. You say retailers, any specific ones that they need to know about, so we don't have the elderly running around trying to find their money?
Most certainly, Naledi, they can use first any bank ATM. So the SASSA card operates in any bank ATM. They can use that to access the money. They can go to a retailer that involves a ShopRite, a Checkers, USave, Boxer, Pick and Pay, and Spar for them to access their money. Those are the traditional channels that they have been using, some amongst the population. And in addition, the SASSA gold cards can be used to perform purchases for their essentials within those retailers.
Yeah, you know, it's not very confidence boosting when we're having one challenge the one month and then another one the very next month, even if this month is one province, a big province though, and a province with very many rural indigent people as well. When do we get back to smooth sailing? Because I imagine that if you are a beneficiary and you need to constantly be on the lookout for what is different this month, it can be quite frustrating. When do we get back to smooth sailing?
Yeah, significant strides have been made, Naledi. We at the doorstep of smooth sailing, and hence you can see we're having isolated matters. The bigger challenge, we've gone past it, which was really a migration of our systems to a new payment system, right? Where we are now is a convenience issue, really providing a message to the beneficiaries that there are alternative channels for them to use. Postbank has progressed from where it was the last time around, and we are really at the doorstep of a smooth sailing of the payments of social grants month to month.
Yeah, okay. Let's leave it there. Mr. Bongani Diako, Dr. Bongani Diako, of course, spokesperson for Postbank. And of course, the message that he shares with us there is if you are a SASSA beneficiary in KwaZulu-Natal and you go and collect your SASSA grant from the post office or Postbank, SASSA and Postbank, of course, are saying to you for this month, please go to a retailer or an ATM rather, to collect your grant today, tomorrow, and over the next few days.